Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Kakodash, Shalom to the 144,000, the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. It's going to be a quick one. Let's see where the Spirit takes me. I'm going to title this video, The King of Babylon. Babylon will go down hard. So I was just watching this. This is the second video off of the TikTok. I was watching this one. But I said, when I watched this, I said, let me film this. Anyway, I'm looking at everything, the talk now is this war. And it's a world war. It's a mini world war. It's no longer U.S., Israel attacking Iran. It's a mini world war. There are several nations that Iran is hitting these other nations that are allied with America. They call them U.S. interests. So they got to fight back if they have an army. So now you have a mini world war right here. Okay, this is live. War, Zhang International with Lynette Zhang. I watch her. She deals with the silver and gold. She talks about coins and stuff, but she's talking about war. Iran conflict escalates. What it means for markets and your money, meaning silver and gold. Trump on Iran. Big scale hitting goes on. U.S. strikes Iran, oil surges, market, that means prices going up, markets crash, what's next? Kim Iverson, who to follow for the best neutral Iran war coverage? Because American news, you're gonna hear one-sided, the one side, their side. Is the Jimmy Dore show. I subscribe to her. I subscribe to him. I subscribe to him. It says here, breaking U.S. This Jimmy Dore. It's breaking U.S. sustaining major losses in Iran war. Rabbi knows Iran, Israel war is Ezekiel 38. And they should know this is basic. If you know anything about the Bible or you're a student of prophecy, you should know this. Not too many Christian pastors, evangelicals are talking about this. They're not equating this to Ezekiel 38. Jimmy Dore, 2 hours ago, the U.S. can't win this war, and here's why, with Scott Ritter. "39 minutes ago, you miss an hour, you miss a lot. Colonel Larry Wilkinson, U.S. warplanes downed, Tel Aviv and U.S. bases rocked by missiles." It said that the U.S. wanted to call for a ceasefire. Iran disagrees. We're not ceasefiring. We're going after you. We're going after your interests. This is 4 hours ago, which is really old news. Where's Hashem? If you don't know about what Hashem means, it's the name. Ham is the in Hebrew. Shem or Sham is name, the name. In the synagogues, when they teach them Torah, they read in the Hebrew. When they see the word Yahweh, they're taught to say Hashem. You do not say the Most High's name is dreadful among the heathens. So they learn when they see Yahweh, they do not say Yahweh. They say Hashem. It says, where's Bibi? Where Bibi at? What happened to the fear fearless confidence. Well, he's supposedly in Germany right now. He's in a neutral place. There's one woman, Edomite woman, beautiful Edomite woman. Like I said, you can get an Edomite, you can get the Edomite woman, man. You know, let some nice Edomite woman built like a Dominican woman come bumping into me, showing interest. She's going home with me. We're not ISUBK and IUIC. We can have concubines. And she praises the Jake man. But what she's really talking about is the elect men of Israel. Friends of the Prophet, shalom to you. Just in, more than 500 U.S. soldiers taken out. They're not going to say that on your American media. Here you got Captain Tazariak. You should be talking about this war. You should be talking about Ezekiel 38. He's trying to wake up Christians. Fuck Christians. That's the title right there. Fuck Christians. Caucasian women are in big trouble. They just can't find or keep a relationship. I gotta watch that. Cause y'all open, y'all open, man. Like I said, black women's number trouble, Latin women is So anyway, let me go ahead and play this. I hadn't listened to the whole video, but I caught this part right here.
Who has spent a few tours in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom and personally folded 36 flags with these hands.
So you can understand, what does it mean by him folding 30? What does anything have to do with folding 30s? When you fold an American flag, you fold it into a triangle. My stepfather was a World War II veteran. When he died, they gave him a military burial. They paid for everything. And they sent my mother money, big money, every month, big money. She said, "Hey, send me them fat checks." She received. My mother received a folded flag, which was in the form of a triangle, and it was given to her by a high-ranking officer, which was an Edomite. He bowed down and gave it to my mother. I was at the burial. All right, this was years ago. So when they say I folded 36 flags, that means he folded 36 flags for 36 men that died, that he knew, that he shook hands with, that he was cool with, that he joked with, that died in the Middle East. So he's reflecting on that. And it gets to you after a while. When these men come back from war, if they're alive, if they don't have no scratches on them, the scratches and the bruises is on the inside. It takes a toll. War takes a toll on the mind.
I have got to tell you, barring politics and everything, we're talking about cold, hard facts here. Our young men and women are about to die for an old man's fight. And none of the old men are going to take part in it. So they're not going.
That's your bankers' wars. All wars are bankers' wars.
To die. The retaliation for what Iran did to one of our bases, where we came back at Iran, what they just did was they started going after one of our naval facilities, and they attacked Saudi Arabia, where the fossil fuels reside, the commerce, the business behind all of it. And you know who does business with Saudi Arabia with fossil fuels? We do. It's the same exact thing with a different face on it. Hear me. This is not about proving who's the bigger bully on the playground
Most of these soldiers that go to the Middle East or go to war at all, when they come back, they hate the country. They hate the fact that they're ashamed of the fact that they're an American, because they know that the interest is not for you, not for America, not to fight against communism, or if you don't fight in the Middle East, Sharia law is going to come over here. Ain't nobody going to follow no Sharia law. We fight them over there, so we don't fight them over here. These decisions of war are decisions made in the background by the elites. And like I said, Nero is merely a Trump. He's just a front man, like Biden was, like Obama was. You know, he was happy for the first black president. He was no different than a so-called white president. They're just front men. They're just puppets. That's all this guy is. All he is, he's just a puppet. He's a puppet. He gets a script as to what to do.
Anymore. These hands folded 36 flags in 4 months.
In 4 months, oh my goodness. Half of 36 is, what is that? Goddamn. 3 is 150 plus 6. What is it? 18 and 9. So 9, 18, 36. So 9, so that was basically a little bit more than 2 bodies. What is it? In a month, 9 bodies in a month. That's about a little bit more than 2 bodies a week. In 4 months. So and it wasn't like he, through his military career, in 4 months, 36 men and or women died, and he was appointed the one to fold the flags in the shape of a triangle.
More flags will be folded.
A lot more flags. But no body. The bodies are going to stay there. You're going to be a permanent part of the Middle East. Or the South Middle East, whatever you want to call it. In between the Red Sea and the Euphrates.
And they will be draped over the caskets of our children.
This man is not going to go to war. If they call for a stop loss, meaning if you were in the military, you were retired, you were judged for 20, you've been retired for 20 years, 30 years, you're a judge, oh, you can't be a judge no more, we need you to go to the Middle East. Under a thing called stop loss. So that's why it doesn't make any sense to join any military, not now. A lot of our people, a lot of our women, they're going to be a permanent fixture of Havilah.
Do y'all understand the gravity of this situation? I'm at a loss for words. I wish that I could fill these gaps in this video with something other than flashbacks that you can't see that are behind my eyes. Flashbacks that my buddies saw.
When they come back, there's wounds. He doesn't look like he have any wounds. The wounds are on the inside. The wounds are the wounds that you can't see. The wounds in the inside is when you wake up in a cold sweat over nightmares. He probably seen some of his buddies get their head blown off, get blown up. Guy in a full body, he gets blown up, and there's nothing but pieces of flesh all over the place, and you gotta clean it up. This man doesn't want to go back. He would rather die than go back to the Middle East.
I had 5 buddies that took their own lives because they...
Oh, man. Oh. So, oh, wow. They committed suicide. War plays tolls on your head, on your brain, and your spirit. You don't come back right. He knows that this system is a corrupt system.
They lost to the war on the home front because once they got back, because they had survivor's guilt and all kinds.
They had survivor's guilt. Why? Because other of their buddies died, and a lot of them killed little babies and women. A lot of them had orders to blow up a house or a building, knowing that there's people in there. That it fucks you up. You do not come back right.
Other things, because their lives weren't taken during these wars, they took their own. And this needs to be said by somebody who knows what all this turns into. From the level of the middle class. God, I never thought I'd see this twice in my lifetime. We're in trouble.
All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai.
You know what I'm going to do? Let me bring it back to the beginning. And I want you to watch the rest of this video. It's a short video.
Here on the news, I don't care what you heard on the State of the Union address last night where the president saying everything is fine. Things are not fine. I think we are a match strike away from going into a world war. I got 3 messages.
Matchbox strike away, and he has a matchbox. Nero has the matchbox, and he's a pyromaniac. He likes fire.
It's from different sources.
Remember when he was Nero? We talking 2,000 years ago. He burned down Rome and blamed it on the Christians, which are Israelites that believed in the Messiah, and the Israelites that didn't believe in the Messiah. He was declared, he was an enemy to them.
That are in the U.S. Armed Forces saying it's about to go down, okay? They're prepping for a massive strike. And this is all going on in front of the whole world while the tensions are high in all the superpower countries. We have another country, you know which, that's doing an AI attack. And then we have another country, I'm not naming names here, but they flagged you. We have another country, I think you can figure it out, that is advertising that the U.S. is not going to be using diplomacy, and they are absolutely not going to be allowing Iran to have any nuclear weapons. All this going on, and people are talking about the economy and how great it's going. Wake up, people. They don't even care if they're caught lying anymore. They are getting ready for a global power shift. A global power shift. Stay ready. I have huge updates coming tomorrow.
As a military combat veteran who has spent a few tours in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
In the Nam, you spend 1 tour. It's a solid year. And you go home, you don't have to come back. Now you have a thing called stop loss. You can be retired, and they can call you back. Oh, well, I'm 62 years old. Yeah, you were a major. You were a lieutenant. We need you. We need your experience. So it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down. Anyway, on to the next. Shalom.